So I'm here with Michael Brill, a senior here at Westfield State University. Mike, please tell me about what it's like finding parking on campus as a commuter.
Well, finding parking on campus as a commuter can be an adventure, and often very hard. I know, for example, from my own experiences, that I always park over in the Juniper lot and get here early, largely in the fact that it's much easier that way to, I guess, having the convenience to get here earlier in the day, even though my classes are later, and do work and stuff, homework in the library, just because of the battle to find parking spots after 9, 9:30,
Is
10
it easier
o'clock.
to find parking at Juniper Lot?
Yeah, earlier on, it fills up as well, but I think less people go there generally. The main lot is crazy, and generally trying to stay out of there if I can.
Have you noticed that it's harder to find parking on campus this year as opposed to other years?
Most definitely, and I forget the exact number, but I know it has to do with, I think there's at least a few hundred more commuters this year than last year, and also in addition to that, with the construction, they took away the spots over behind the library, the Ely lot, and they also took away some spots in main lot for faculty, part of the faculty union parking deal, and giving faculty I think the Dickinson lot across from Juniper, which used to be for commuters as well. So it's a definite difference from last year in that regard.
Have you noticed that the Dickinson lot is full, or does it generally have spaces available?
It generally has spaces available, and even say like prime time, 11, noonish, there's still usually quite a few visible spaces in the outer rows at that time, even especially during the morning, it's barely filled, and later in the afternoon, there's almost no one.
Now, I've noticed myself that a lot of students have resorted to parking in spots that they shouldn't park. Do you think that officers have been giving less tickets than they typically would because they understand that it's hard to find parking on campus?
On that, I have to say that I've noticed that too, especially in that Dickinson lot, for example, which used to be commuters, and noticed a lot of people parking there, and noticed a lot of tickets coming out. I've also noticed a lot of tickets in the Juniper lot, which is divided between commuter parking and I guess resident parking. And on that, even though I can't say for sure, I can say one morning I stopped and talked to the ticket officer here on campus and was just chatting with him, and I just was passing by and figured I'd take the opportunity and asked him out of curiosity, I'm like, how much do those tickets cost each? I'd never gotten one, and he was giving them out, and he told me $15, and we just got to talking, and I asked him what he thought about the policy of giving out tickets to given the situation, which was essentially unfair in that having so many more commuters than parking spots. And he said that he didn't agree with it, and said that he thought it was ridiculous and that they needed to do something. But nonetheless, he still was doing his job and appeared to not change his or I guess policy, or enforcing the policy, that is, of giving out tickets to people parked in spots that weren't marked for whatever they might be, commuters, residents.
That's
So,
interesting. Can you think of any ways to improve the parking situation on campus?
well, I guess the obvious immediate thing is a new parking lot, or expanding parking in already existing areas if that's possible. I know it's, I guess, a question of priorities, likely, in that parking lots don't attract students, aren't big ticket items, but they're necessary, and it's a definite problem. I know, given what the university is trying to do, that accepting less students isn't exactly nice or realistic, and goes against the whole plan of expanding the college. So some way of either new lots or more parking It's going to be a requirement. It's unavoidable.
Okay, and do you have any final comments, Mike?
Final comments. Well, I guess as a senior, when I won't be experiencing next year the future of the parking situation, but I know from talking to people who will be back, hopefully something will be done to address it, in that it's a supply and demand type question, and the demand is far exceeding supply for the time being. So I hope it's addressed.
Okay, thank you very much, Mike.
Thank you.